The Human Rights Commission, they've been in the Buffalo City municipality around East London to look at situations where effluent is simply running down the council's roads because the council hasn't fixed its infrastructure. That's despite, as I understand it, 3 court orders telling the council to fix the problem. Dr. Eileen Carter is the provincial manager for the Eastern Cape for the Human Rights Commission. Dr. Carter, good afternoon to you and thank you for your time. You went to this area of Buffalo City. What did you find?
Good afternoon and good afternoon to the viewers. We have been a bit concerned in respect of the potential violation on the right to a healthy environment within a municipality. And we are very much aware of the 3 court orders against the local municipality as well as the Department of Water and Sanitation. And we decided we needed to go and follow up because we were very much aware that the turnaround time from the court order was going to expire by the end of the month, basically. So unfortunately, what we found is not very positive, and we have found a level of violation of the right to a healthy environment at this stage.
It must be dangerous. In other words, I mean, you'd have people, children, walking down a road with effluent. I mean, no one can say that's safe.
No, absolutely not. And I think we need to take the right to a healthy environment much more serious. We neglect to realize that it does not only affect us now, our generation, but it also affects the coming generations. And if we don't address it now, it will become a much, much bigger issue. Now, what we found there, for instance, at the Once pump station, the court order determined that there had to be a repair of the pump station, maintenance of the pump station, and a clean-up of the adjacent environment, and that was simply not done. Now, the municipality and the Department of Water Affairs still have a few days and a few weeks left to address this, and we really hope that they come to the table because the national legislation as well as the Constitution is very clear. It is a criminal act if you contribute to the pollution of our natural resources. So it's a very serious issue.
Why is the city not complying with these orders? Does it not have the capacity to do it, or is it just doesn't care?
Well, I don't think it's a very easy thing to do at the end of the day, because we do recognize that there is a level of a dilapidated infrastructure issue here. We're also aware that the city has been trying to address certain issues through the appointment of contractors and engineers. But we need to also make sure that the message comes through to the communities. We need to make sure that the education about the right to a healthy environment is also manifesting in our communities and in our municipalities. Because at the end of the day, a right to a healthy environment also affects the right to dignity. To give you an indication, the adjacent community, when the rainy season comes, will be making use of streams because we know access to potable water is just not universally accessible currently. So those vulnerable communities will be making use of these streams that we have clearly seen is filled with effluent. So for us, we need to take hands, but also not take hands to the detriment of fulfillment of our obligations in terms of the Constitution. When we engaged with the Department of Environmental Affairs and asked them why hasn't there been compliance notices issued against the respondents in this matter, they indicated that there is a level of cooperative governance that is needed before they can act on compliance notices. So our question is, cooperative governance, yes, but at what cost?
There obviously needs to be action. It obviously needs to happen. And I mean, if the municipality is prepared to ignore court order, then nothing's going to happen. You talk about people cooperating, sure. I mean, I don't know, at some point, do we need to send a municipal official to jail for contempt of court? Because this is not the first time it's happened. I don't need to tell you that.
No, absolutely not. And I do think I'm positive. I want us to take hands within this municipality and within this province and see whether we can solve these issues jointly. But at the end of the day, if push comes to shove, the Human Rights Commission does have a mandate to uphold the rights that are contained in the Constitution. And we have various pieces of legislation, such as the NEMA Act, which determines it's a criminal offense to pollute. So we may have to take that avenue if this continues, but I'm positive that there's still some time left. And let's see, maybe they do come to the table and these issues are addressed shortly.
Dr. Eileen Carter, thank you, Provincial Manager for the Eastern Cape for the South African Human Rights Commission. Do appreciate it.